This might be a little bit more difficult for me as far as like the comment box. There we go. I have to do it from my mobile. I don't know what happened with the computer. It's connected to the internet, but the internet is doing whatever the internet is doing. I'm gonna restart it. All right. So my next question for you guys is, are some things that you guys want to work on? What are some things that you guys want to work on in your personal lives? Mia, go lay down. Last time. 1. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's the problem? Can you plug it in? You're not scared. You just don't want to go to sleep. It's not watching TV. I know you can't have it your way right now. You can lay mama right here. Come on, get your stuff together, guys. I'm going to turn these lights off. Talking to me? Yes, you too. I know what you're saying, what you're going to go do. Chino, just put it to the side and they'll get their own stuff. Put their stuff on their side. They're going to come clean that stuff up. Hiliana, put it down now. Lay down. Lay down.
Oh, she's putting my laptop on the charger.
You need to be doing your own stuff when you get out. She needs to go lay down and go to sleep. Yeah, she's not responsible for your stuff. You feeling rushed? What else? I'm looking to see what comes in for you guys. So finances, self-love. What else is it that you guys are trying to work out? What else is it that you guys are trying to work on? My day routine. Speaking up. Elena and Hiliana, hush. So Carmela releasing. Procrastination. Not gossiping. You need to work on not gossiping. You saying you talk too much? What are we talking about? What are things you guys need to work on for yourselves? I have finances, self-love, daily routine, speaking up, releasing, procrastinating, not gossiping. Midnight. Goodbye. Goodbye. Trust issues. That's to deal with trust issues too, with not believing in people's motives. That's trust issues. I'm gonna look through the comments, guys. I haven't looked through all of them just yet. Give me a few more seconds. She's used to cuddling up with me and going to sleep. Would you like me to hold you and rock you too to sleep? No. Are you sure? That's control. Me and missed her mama. I probably missed her more than she missed me. I want to be held and rocked. All right, let me see what you guys got going on in the comments. see. I also seen boundaries on here too. All right, finances and self-love. We'll start there. We will start. What did I say? I'm gonna make you slide over there if you can't get it together. Me is the only one sleep. Midnight, leave me alone. Well, let me connect over here, guys, so I can actually look at the comments, because right now I can't see the, like, they come in, but they disappear. All right, so am I clear to all of you guys? Like, do I look clear, or does it look a little funny? About to get me a bottle of water. Very clear. Okay. So finances. What about finances? Who said finances? Somebody said they wanted to work on something that they want to work on is finances. So who's trying to figure out finances? I'm gonna tell you what I've learned so far. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know everything. For those who need it, if there's people out here in the audience, okay, and you guys can help in any kind of way, this is what this live is for everyone to kind of come together as a community to give advice. Because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything, because I don't. So if you have advice in areas that I don't have, don't feel, don't hold back. Give the information out to others that may need it. I know I heard somebody say that there's stuff that's coming up, and it's kind of like you feel pressed to get stuff, like certain things done, because of what's going on. So like the pressure's kind of on for you right now. Some of you guys are emotional spenders. You're emotional spenders, so it's like it like you tend to go spend when you're very emotional about things. I don't know if you guys are even aware of that. Like you tend to overspend on things when you get emotional. Scale back on that a bit. Don't allow your emotions to overrule you in that aspect for the emotional spenders. So it's like you make decent money but it's like as fast as it comes in, it goes out because you're an emotional spender. Decipher your needs from your wants for other people. So just kind of trying to decide what you need and what you want. Okay, putting limits on yourself. Who in here feels like it's like you feel responsible to cover somebody else's cost? That's specific. That's not for everybody in this room. Someone feels like they have like the need to like cover somebody else's cost. Like you're covering somebody else's cost, which doesn't leave much for you, and then you sit up. It's like it's not that you don't have enough to cover your own things because you do, but you end up covering somebody else's cost before your own. Who the heck is that? Who did that? I have to take my Wi-Fi off so that way I'm not buffering over here with y'all. Who did that though? I did that, Alana. Stop putting the wants and needs of other people above yourself. You're not responsible for anybody else's things but yourself. That's just like I was telling my son right now. My daughter was over here. She was still up, and I told her to go to bed, right? And I'm looking over there. I'm like, hurry, put your laptop on. Oh, this isn't my laptop. This is Chino's. She over there trying to put her brother's laptop on the charger, making sure it's charging. I told her that's not her responsibility because it's not. That's his. You're not responsible, nor is she responsible for her brother's things. He's responsible for his own stuff. And a lot of times people tend to push off their things and put them on other people, making them responsible. I don't want my daughter to ever feel like in life that she's responsible to do anything for anybody else that ain't got nothing to do with her. Okay? So I'm sorry, but not sorry. Don't feel sorry for not doing for other people. Make sure you're good. Because meanwhile, you're sitting here and you're giving to someone else. It's like you're depleting yourself, and now you're stressed about how you gonna make ends meet for yourself because you didn't gave to somebody else. Hey, Yana. I've done good this month so far, LOL. People told me to stop too. I learned the big lessons from that. Yeah, you depleted yourself. You drained yourself and trying to help somebody else. And when you needed that help, guess what? Did that person help you? Did that person make sure you was good? Did they try to help you out with an exit plan or a plan to even make sure that you were good? That you were covered? No, they made sure they were covered. One lesson I learned when it came to finances was trusting God. So I used to hold on to money because I was scared to spend it. And because I'm like, and it's like I would get behind on certain bills or whatnot. I'm like, well, if I pay this, then I'm not going to have the money for that. And that right there, I was limiting myself financially because that was me saying, God, I don't trust you to provide for me. Okay. So learn how to trust God and know that he's going, ooh, my nose is getting wide. Learn how to trust God, guys. If you got it to pay a bill or whatever you need the case may be, make sure you do that. Don't hold on to stuff and then not trust, you know what I'm saying? Don't hold on to it and then it's like not trusting God that God will come through and provide. I want to say God came through and provided for me over and over and over and over and over again. But I had to learn how to let that go in order to receive. You see how that works again? Letting go in order to receive. That comes in a lot of different, like a lot of different forms. It's not just the same. Like, well, if I let this person go, it's in every area. Once you allow yourself to let certain things go, you're allowing that flow of abundance to come in, and abundance comes in many different ways. So stop holding on because you're afraid, well, if I pay that or if I put that money that way, then I'm not going to have enough for that over that way. God got you. He's not going to let you drown. Goodbye. Letting go is, yes, it's a lot of times we hold on things because we're afraid to lose it, not knowing that God's saying, let that go because I have something better for you. And because you can't see it, you're not trusting, you don't have enough faith in within God to be like, I'm gonna let that go. I know, man, listen. As soon as something come in and say I gotta let it go, it got to go. It got to go. Because I know God is about to bless me with something bigger, something better for myself. So I'm no longer in the business of holding on. But sometimes I will say I don't recognize that I hold on to certain things. Like when it came to the finance things, I was told that. I was called out about that to myself. Somebody came in and told me, I have a message for you. God said such, 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 such. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. Once I let that go, when I say God provided more than enough, He tripled what I had. He tripled what I had. And I'm like, wow, all I have to do is just let that go and do that and place that there and put faith in God, and I just watched it come in. Behind on bills, trying to catch up, like, man, how am I gonna get this paid? Well, if I'm not gonna worry about that bill right now, because if I put that there, then I may not have, something else comes up, I won't have the money for it. I had the money to pay my bills off. I had the money to pay where I stay and some left over. And this was all around the time of my baby shower, actually, that when this happened to me. I'm like, the baby shower bills, my car note, behind on my car. It was just a lot going on. And I was told, you holding on to what you have is you lacking trust in God. And when I let that part go, I watched everything just come in. I'm like, And as soon as I got the money from my car to pay off what I owe for my car, from my car note, paid that off, man, I promise you, just everything came in. I'm like, okay, now I got to worry about that. But I didn't even have to worry about it. I just watched it come in. Watched it come in. Somebody said it's like you want to, somebody said self-love. What about self-love? What about self-love is that you're trying to work on for yourself? Is it something you're not seeing? Is it something you're not knowing or understanding when it comes to the self-love? What is it about self-love that you need to work on? How to be gentle with oneself. Ooh, little girl. Ooh, this little girl. Hold on, let me get the other chair so I can put my feet up. So maybe she needs me to stretch her out a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Look at my little Mia. They didn't want to go to sleep because she wasn't sleepy, but was. I feel like what I allow sometimes says I don't love myself enough. You have to, what I was taught with that is you have to stop being so hard on yourself. Look at where you are now. Look at the things you've already overcome from where you've been. So don't be so hard on yourself. I've been saying this quote for so, like, I don't want to say for so long, but recently I've been saying it a lot lately. Rome wasn't built in a day, brick by brick, okay? Brick by brick. Don't be so hard on yourself. There's still a lot of things to learn. I'm still learning, even when it comes to self-love, I get triggered about certain things that happen in my life, and I'd be like, man, I thought I learned that already, or I thought, I thought I loved myself enough, but there's things that come up, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it requires a deeper look. It doesn't mean that you don't love yourself, or that you love yourself any less. You're still learning, and that's okay. Everything at your own pace. You're not going to be there like everybody else, like where, it's not going to be one day. Learn to be patient with yourself. You set high expectations for yourself. That's what that is. You set high expectations for yourself. You don't trust your own process. And you have difficulties realizing where you are right now in life. Causes you blurred vision. Feelings of feeling distraught. Hypertension. You're focused on all the wrong things. That's for you, Emilicia. It's like everything that I said. That was for you, Emilicia. Thank you, Lola. I'm about almost ready, y'all. I feel when as I'm sitting here, I'm looking like, dang, I feel so big, like big. Go easy on yourself. Do some reflection of where you used to be and where you are now. And show yourself gratitude. Pat yourself on the back. It's just like you're not even seeing the progress that you've been through already. Like there's so much progress already, but it's like since you're not at a certain point in your life right now, you can't see it because you're so focused on what else you need to do. But you haven't looked at what you've already done. See, that's the conflict with you. Stop being so hard on yourself. Ooh, little girl. I put unnecessary pressure on myself at times. Let me see what I get for you. So they are self-inflicted. Like your thoughts are self-inflicted, but you are self-aware. But where your trouble comes in is your priorities for yourself. When it comes to you and what you need to do for you, prioritize that better. Midnight, I know you back here pulling my hair. Stop. And you may say that you spend time by yourself. Go spend some time outside in nature. Like literally spend some time with you. Like you. Getting to know you. Carmela. Carmela meets the person on the inside. Who am I? Let's see. Knowing what I truly love in myself means to me. Finding those things I'm passionate about. The reason why your mind gets boggled is because you have so many like there's so much conflict within your mind, your mental space, because of your emotional space. You're unbalanced. You need to come in alignment with yourself, Alana. You're not in tune with yourself. I feel like I have to pee again because she is on my bladder, pushing my bladder. Okay, let me go use the bathroom, y'all. Again. I have to pee again. She is literally kicking my bladder, like kicking the heck out of my bladder. I'm waiting for my son to come out the bathroom. Alana, focus on what you want for yourself. Stop focusing on everybody else. Your focus is like it's on everyone else but you. It not only does it block your vision or your sight, it actually hinders your growth as well. Repercussions. What's repercussions? Repercussions of what? Repercussion. An unintended consequence occurring sometime after an event or action, especially an unwelcome one. I know. You have a lot of series of events where things happen wrong for you, don't you, Alana? A lot of things go wrong. You don't know why they go wrong. You're like, well, I'm such a good person. Why things go wrong for me? Those are repercussions of your actions. Even though you're doing something with the intent of it being good, you also are very self-aware that you shouldn't be doing certain things. And as of that, you get repercussions. What do y'all be in the bathroom doing? This bathroom was so clean before y'all came back. I don't understand. Y'all really some messy kids. And she just kicking my bladder for fun because I couldn't even pee. What do you need? I ain't even have to use the bathroom. She just kicking my bladder just to kick my bladder. To just kick my bladder. There's already a clean plate in there because I was gonna warm up some tamales, but I didn't. Don't rip the bag open.
Unless you all
Want
want
one?
You all want?
Do I want one?
Yeah.
So you're only offering me one.
Yeah. Hey, you should be one.
Out of all those in there, you offered me one of what I brought in.
You said they were for me. You already ate it.
I promise y'all, these kids, I don't understand their mindset.
You want one?
No, I don't want one. If I wanted one, I would have, you're missing the point of what I asked you. Just offer me one. You could have said, do you want some? Instead, you said, do you want one? I'm pregnant. Does it look like one would just do me justice?
Well, at least I offered.
At least you offered.
I would have I could have said, this could just be just for me, and then walked on.
Jose, and I couldn't have brought you nothing home.
But look at the bright side. The thought that.
Jose, I'm done talking. I'm done talking. Where's Alana? Because that was for Alana. I hope she got that message for her.
Whiskers.
Because if I'm getting messages in, I'm going to give you what I get to give to you. Somebody said something about daily routines. What about daily routines, guys? Stop allowing people to overrun you, Alana, is what I'm hearing. Like, stop allowing people to, like literally overrule you. People, like, dominate over you all the time, and you just allow it. Stop. You're nobody's punching bag. You're nobody's punching bag. Whatever they got going on within themselves or their own problems ain't got nothing to do with you. So stop taking the blows of everybody. Okay? Learn how to stand your ground. Learn how to say no. Saying no is okay. Stop feeling like you're letting someone down or they're going to feel some type of way if you say no. That's not your problem. And I know you've heard me say that plenty of times being here on YouTube and on TikTok. It's like you say certain things, but you don't stick to what you say. So it's like it's very conflicting. It's like you want to be heard and you speak your truth, but you don't stick to your truth. So you can't expect people to take you seriously if you're not taking yourself seriously and sticking to what you're saying when you say it. Okay? Whiskers. Go on. All right, daily routines. Daily routines. Who put that up in there? Who said something about daily routines? I heard sort out the mess. Sort out the mess. You have too much junk compiling in your closets. It's unorganized. So the reason why you're unable to stick to your daily routines is because there's too much mess that you've stuffed in your closet, which caused you to be unorganized. You got too much going on. Alana, you too? Oh, Lord. Girl. Boundaries, not just for other people, but for yourself. Set boundaries for yourself as well as other people. You take on too much unnecessary or unwanted things. I'm literally in my closet right now as we chat, trying to organize because I kept hearing to clean my space. Girl, get off my bladder. Royalty. Let me see. Is that the only person that was worried about daily routines? Alana, you missed the whole point of what I said. I wasn't speaking of a physical closet. It wasn't something as far as something physical. It wasn't a physical closet. It was a metaphor. Right, let's see. Speaking up. Speaking up. Who needs to work on speaking up? Royalty, I'm not finna play with you. Whiskers, bed. Go on, bed. Go to your bed. Just cracked my cup. Carmela, speak with your chest. Speak with your chest so that you are heard. You're too, is it mellow? I heard mellow. Mellow. Pleasantly smooth or soft, free from harshness. Softened or matured by age or experience. So you're pleasantly smooth or soft, free from harshness. Speak with your chest. You say things, but people don't hear you because of the tone that you put out with it. I'm not saying that you have to be rude. I'm not saying that you have to yell or cuss somebody out. Hold on. Learn to speak up so that you're heard. Okay? Don't be afraid. Like, if I say it too loud, I might hurt somebody's feelings or whatever the case may be for you. But speak up so that you're heard. Let your presence be known. Show who you really are because you got it. It's baby. Ask yourself, what are you really afraid of when you don't speak up for yourself correctly? Like, what are you really afraid? What is it that you're really afraid of? Because there's something that makes you feel uncomfortable to do so. And I literally just said, stop being no, don't. You can't. You can't sit and worry about what everybody else is gonna think when you say something, because now you're denying yourself. Now you're denying yourself. Yeah, y'all see my belly. Lord. This little girl right here. I speak up only after things have gone too far, so I explode. So how is that healthy? I'm gonna tear this cup up trying to get this ice. Well, it's all frozen. I'm gonna be loud and proud with the voice I have. I'm not saying you have to be rude. I'm not saying that you have to be aggressive or, you know, with verbal or say anything verbally abusive to anybody. I'm not saying be that person. But I am saying you come with this, well, you know, I was just thinking that maybe speak with your chest. Speak up. Speak up. The same tone that I have with you right now, and I'm letting you know, you have to let people know who's in charge at times. Let them know that you mean what you say. But if you're like, well, they gonna get over. They gonna get over on you. People gonna go get over on you. But speak up with your chest. Right, Stephanie? You lose a lot of people when you speak up, but I didn't care. Yeah, well, who cares? That's you're making somebody feel uncomfortable because you're speaking up for yourself and what you want. It may not be what they want, but it's what you want. When you start speaking your truth on what you want, how you see things, where you envision certain things, not everybody meant to be around you. First off, period. Okay. But when you get to a point in your life where you're actually speaking up and saying and being more direct with what you want, yeah, some people are gonna fall off. But those people are not meant for you anyways. That's because they're no longer able to control you in the way that they used to or they could have in the past. You're no longer allowing it because you're speaking up for yourself. So kudos for you. If you worry about losing someone for being honest with them and ourselves, is that our dream person? That's what we want for our forever. Why was that an accurate impression? Oh, you telling me that I gave an accurate? Yeah, you quiet. And why are these feelings and desires more important than ourselves? Why aren't we worthy to be at peace in her and seen? Exactly. I just literally stop placing everybody before yourselves. I just literally just said that. Stop it. She had to correct herself. She said, "Uh-oh, let me go correct my." You matter. How you feel matters. Your feelings matter. You matter. Okay? Family included, we will fall off as much as it hurts. I can't tell you when the last time I spoke to my mom. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell y'all all the time, when my mom told me, like I told you guys, I take it to my grave. Never allow anybody else to come in and disturb your peace. People are taking your peace away from you. That is yours. That peace is yours. It's not theirs. It's not ours. It's yours. Oof. I felt unworthy and not enough until I forgave my childhood trauma that kept me bound. Then I learned to fall in love with me and everything I survived. She put herself first and stopped worrying and caring about everybody else. She started taking care of her. Less stress, less anxiety, less fear, less discomfort, the feeling of needing to be there for somebody else or do for somebody else because, well, if I don't, then that person's going to get upset. Who cares? You're not responsible for anybody else but you. But when are you going to put you first? A lot of these things that you guys are going through is because it's so self-imposed. It's all it's all self-imposed. You're going through it because you're allowing yourself not to speak up, not to be heard. Putting yourself first is very huge, guys. Loving yourself. A lot of you be like, oh, I do love myself. Do you? Really? Then why are you going through all of what you're going through? Allowing people to step over you, misuse you, abuse you, take advantage of you. All for what? Well, if I don't do this for this person, this person's going to feel that type of way. Well, I don't want to disappoint that person. I got stuff I got to work on too. I'm not perfect either. There are things that comes up for me that I have to work on. I still have that, at times. I'm not going to say it's all the time, but at times I do still have, well, if I do this, I don't want to disappoint this person. Like when I didn't come in my live the other day, I felt like I disappointed y'all. I felt like I disappointed you guys. And I was called out on that. Why did you feel that way? I was like, oh my gosh. I already knew where that conversation was going. I'm like, shadow work. Shadow work. And it was something still within myself that I hadn't seen, even though I've come so far when it comes to being that person and not feeling that type of way. There were still things that kind of lingered there that caused me to think that way. So I didn't fully deal with everything. Go. You know what? You gonna leave me alone. Your mama that came home and you still bothering me. Hasn't our hearts been through enough? We deserve to be loved and feel love and receive it the healthy way. We don't want too much. Maybe we just need to learn what's our price, self-love, worth, value, and not take anything less. Thank you, Ellie. You're so correct. I love when y'all share love and you share the insight for other people. How do you know that? How do you know what is loving yourself and what isn't? You sit and you do X, Y, and Z for everybody else. You diminish yourself. The care that you have for yourself is not coming first. The love, the respect. You allow people to disrespect you, walk over you. You cater to them. You do things out of discomfort for other people. Is that loving yourself? You're not going to know what love truly is until you work on certain things for yourself. That's when you realize what love is. I didn't realize what love really was either. Until I started to heal and work on things. Now you can't tell me shit. There's a lot of things I still need to work on, yes. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect, that I'm perfectly healed 100%. There's nothing I have to work on. But you're not going to know what it is to fully love yourself until you go work on those broken parts of yourself. I've given you a lot of information for yourself. Whatever comes into me, Alana, I'm going to give you. There's a lot of things you need to work out in your life. There's a lot of things you need to cut out in your life. There's a lot of things you need to do differently in your life. And once you do all of that, once you start healing, once you even start the healing process, you're going to start feeling different. But you need to draw a fine line in what no longer you're going to allow for yourself so you can stop feeling the way you feel. Until then, you're going to continue to feel that way. And that's not loving yourself. Allowing yourself to sit in a place and feel less than, unappreciated, taken advantage of, not taken serious, disrespected, that's not loving yourself. Shadow work ain't easy, y'all. Going deep within yourself to get to the root of the issue, to pluck that and be like, okay. It ain't easy. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it is. Start putting yourself first. You matter. Your feelings matter. What you want matters. But you have to do that for you. You have to believe that for you. You have to want that for you. I can only tell you so much, but at the end of the day, it's all on you. It's your choice what you do with that. Pulling yourself out of unhealthy situations or toxic places is not the easiest thing to do. To feel so tied to things. Again, loving someone or a person can be just like a form of a freaking drug. And a lot of us are here because we're all drawn. Why? The readings. And what are the readings usually of? A person. Feeling like we can't let go of someone. Allowing that person to dictate how you run your life. How you see yourself. Why? Because they're reflecting and projecting themselves onto you and you taking that. They're meant to come in to show you that so you can work on yourselves. Learn the lesson or not. Then I have people come in the group saying, well, do I have a new person coming in? You ain't even learned from the old person. But you asking about a new person. Worry about you. Focus on you. This is not just for you alone. This is for anybody who needs to hear this. Why is this not charging my phone? Sorry, I had to put my phone on the charger. Did it come back in yet? Alright, my bad guys, I had to put my phone on the charger. I apologize. If it hurts to make you cry, in my opinion, that's far from love. Not loving ourselves. If anything brings up any emotion of unrest, anger, confusion, sadness, anxiety, etc., any negative emotion, then something is disturbing peace, and if we stay, we lack self-love. Correct. Correct. You're still sitting, Alana, you're still sitting in a place of hurt and anger and confusion and resentment. And there's a lot of things that you hold within yourself that you don't even speak on. And I'm not saying you don't speak on them to me. You don't speak on them to the people that you need to speak on them to. You keep that inside of yourself. But why do you do that? Why do you harbor that in? Why do you feel the need to put everyone first but yourself? Okay, now I'm done. No, you're not. Leave me alone, midnight. B, we not only want more, but deserve more. Shadow work is needed. Yeah, I told y'all she has a way of putting things in words that is easily understood. Sometimes I may not break it down the best way or form for you guys, and she does have a way with words where she knows how to put it in a sense where it's more understandable, or she breaks it how she breaks it down. Like when she breaks it like down. I fought so hard to have a relationship with my mom. The more I chased her love, the faster she ran. I never understood it. I always had. You go work on yourself, but the reason why your mom ran from the connection has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with you. That's because she's unhealed. So sometimes you have to learn how to heal yourself from certain things and not look for someone else to come in and heal you or give you those. What's reparations? Reparations? What the heck is that? Reparations? Rapper. Dang it! Why y'all be giving? I can't pronounce the word. Reparations. Let me. I know Google gonna have me. Is it RAP or REP? Reparations. Okay, they got it. See, REPAR. I put REPRIRA. Yeah. I was way off. The making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to otherwise helping those who have been wronged. Reparations. Thank you, Ellie. Y'all over here laughing at me. I'm sorry. I be getting words that I don't be understanding or either know how to even pronounce. Stop worrying about those things. It's not yours. Make sure you work on you. Focus on you. You can't. It's like you're seeking someone to come in and give you that. Sometimes you have to be okay with giving it to yourself. Not me hearing the big payback. Yeah, everything energetically, whatever you put out, you get back. So if someone's putting something out there in the atmosphere and it's not completely right, they're gonna get back what they put out. Unfortunately, you put out bad, you get bad. You put out good, you get good. That's how it goes. But don't sit there and worry about somebody else coming in to give you something that you can give yourself. Be okay with giving it to yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive that person. Because that person may not know how to come in and give it to you because they're unhealed. So don't be upset with them for not coming in and apologizing or giving you clarity on certain situations. Not everybody is at a certain point in their life where they've grown or evolved to even know better or have the correct guidance to even guide them to give them that. Okay? So be okay with giving it to yourself and not sitting around waiting for somebody to give it to you. That's like me sitting around waiting for my ex-husband to come say, I'm sorry. Whatever it is, what it is, I already forgave you, forgave myself for the situation, and moved on. My twin, I already forgave you, forgave myself, and moved on. I'm not waiting for somebody to come and give me an apology. I'm not sitting here like, I deserve an apology. I don't have a sense of entitlement when it comes to that. It is what it is. God gonna handle everything in His own timing, so I'm not worried about that. All I know what I can do for myself is acknowledge it. It's like the first thing is like being aware and acknowledge the fact that it's there. Okay, now what do I need to do for myself so that I can heal myself, forgive myself, and move along? I'm not worried about the other person. It's not my problem. That's theirs. It ain't like my friend tells me, that's not your cross to carry, friend, because it's not. That's not mine to carry. That's theirs. All I can do is best for me and move around. Forgive myself for the situation and be okay with that. If they come in later in life and they want to give me what am I trying to say? Why I just said the word and just went blank. If they want to come and give me an apology later on in life, that's fine. But I'm also okay with not receiving it from them. I'm more than enough. Y'all with this James Brown. People can't give us what they don't have to give. That's right. They definitely don't. Like if someone hasn't learned it for themselves, that's why I say you never know. It's like you're waiting for somebody to come and give you an apology and they don't even know how to heal themselves. So you're waiting for somebody to give you something that they don't have to give you because they don't know how. They haven't learned that yet. They may be around the wrong atmosphere, the wrong crowd, wrong people. They may not see it. They're not on your level of growth or evolution either. That's why you have to be okay with giving it to yourself. Sitting around holding that for what? Forever? You'll sit around and hold that for the rest of your life? Well, one day they just need to give me. No, I'm all right. They don't need to give me anything. I can give it to myself. Yes, some folks have poor emotional intelligence. It's not the fact that they have poor emotional intelligence. Some people, it's like, say for instance, things that we go through right now. We're breaking so many generational curses within ourselves or our own lives because of the way we were taught, because of the way they were taught, and that the way they were taught. You know what I'm saying? Things that were passed down that is deemed as normal, as society would put it, trying to break free from those things. So it's like it's like I can't really fault the other person for not knowing either. How was their lifestyle? How was their upbringing? Who raised them? Who taught them? So I'm not gonna sit and be like, well, you because of da 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 da. Sometimes it's not their fault. They learned that. It's a learned behavior. When something is told to you repeatedly over and over and over, it becomes a learned behavior. Just like, for instance, when I started tarot, I was told that tarot was bad. It's voodoo. It's the devil. So I was hesitant for even getting into this for myself because of what I was taught was wrong. I had to break a lot of things in order to accept what I do now. Give forgiveness for the apology never received for ourselves. Yep. Be free and forgive. If it helps, I forgave my parents for trying with what they knew at the time and not being what I needed. Then forgave me for feeling vulnerable and grieved the life I wish I had with them, then released. And I bet you that was really hard too. That was really hard. It took a huge emotional toll on you. You used to beat yourself up constantly. Sometimes we look at what others have because we don't have it, and then we're like, I wish I had that because somebody else has it. Just know whatever you've been through in your life, whether it was good or bad, how your childhood, how you were raised, it was meant to happen. God orchestrated all that to happen for you one day to realize certain things so that you can become who you're meant to be. So even though you may have had a troublesome childhood or you may not have had the best upbringing and you weren't given certain things that you feel like you should have been given to, especially when it comes to your parents, it was used to build you into who you are today. We get to be the change we want to see, the love never received, the communicator we never had. We're freeing generations to come from what we experienced. We were, we were, hmm? We were all survivors meant to change lives. I vowed that I would love myself and my children differently than what I received from my mom, and I've been okay with loving her from a distance. Someone has to be the difference in generation curse breaker. Stand in the gap where we couldn't. It stops with me. Amen to that. All things work together for our greatest good. Exactly, Ellie hugs. Ellie is preaching tonight. Yes, she is. Y'all have no idea who Ellie is, do y'all? They don't know who you are, friend. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, friend. Ellie been quiet in the cup for a very long time. I'm glad she's deciding to speak up. They ain't ready. You'd be surprised who is who. I know she be getting me in the comments sometimes. Do you want me to? Do I want you to what? For you to reveal who God has you to be? That's not my decision, that's yours. That's not my decision, that is yours, my love. Midnight. Lord. Tell us who she is. Exactly what her name exactly what her name says. She's a child of God like everyone else. Evolved. Ooh. I've been wanting to tell people about your site, but I can't say nothing. That's up to you if you want to put the information in. I don't mind sharing with you, anyways. With you, I'm very selective. I'm very selective. And that's the person that I keep referring to as my friend tells me. Midnight, what? I wasn't just gonna throw you under the bus if you weren't ready. I don't mind sharing my platform with those that I know that I can trust to share it with because it's not just for me. My friend told me we're all parts. It's like, what do you say? We're all parts of the same machine or something like that. What would your what's your version of you saying that? we have different we have different but the same gifts at the same time, but in a way she has a little bit different. There's differences in what she has than what I have, what she can see and what I can see, but we're all going in the same direction, just doing it a little bit differently. But it's like it's the same goal. What do you they can see you. What do you want? Yeah, they can see you. As I say that, my ears, both of my ears are ringing. We are many parts to one body. Yes, that's what she was saying. I was gonna say well-oiled machine. This me. All right, Ellie, you can continue. You can continue. She said, and that's my truth. I love how you put yourself because when I first started, when I came into my gifts, I didn't accept me for me as far as the gifts that I had. It took me a while to get into that. It took me a while to actually accept who I was, my identity. Y'all never caught on to that when I'm always asking Ellie what stuff mean. Y'all never catch on to that in the comments when I be on my live and I always ask Ellie what stuff mean. It's the reason why I ask her what does she see or what things mean or what she gets from what I'm getting. Maybe. Nope. That's why I decided not to do TikTok today. That's why I'm like, if I was to do TikTok on here and do YouTube, that's too much. That was too much energy that I did not want to take on. I did not want to take on all that. I'm going to hush my spirit, LOL. You can try. You can try. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man, huh? You can try. We hear, we know, we know. TikTok feels different. It is. It's a bit. It is different. I don't mind doing it because there's people also there that need help. So I don't try to shy away from it. It is a lot. The energy is very different, but I don't try to shy away from it because those are people that need help. A lot of you guys I met on TikTok. So just think, if I never even went over to TikTok, a lot of you guys wouldn't even know me. Ellie handles things in a different, I want to say a different way, but there's different areas that she helps in. There's different areas that I'm called to help in. We're both doing the same thing, but in different areas, if that makes sense. What? I just heard that I have to deal with the riffraff. What? I have to deal with the riffraff. Lord. I have to deal with the riffraff. Y'all funny tonight, Spirit. Oh, goodness. Sometimes I'll be like, Ellie, can I pass this person to you? Ellie be like, nope. She'd be like, nope. But not in a way where she wouldn't want to help, but the way that she answers the call, as far as, you know, if God doesn't tell her to go that way, she's not going to go that way unless God tells her to do so. So I'm not saying that she says no because she doesn't want to help, but if he's telling her to take a step back on that one, she won't. And that's just called being obedient. I often wonder if I have the gift. I have dreams often to come true, and I don't know how. I got stuck on the tarot side of TikTok. First person have to deal with my mess. She's amazing for my growth. I first saw you on TikTok. I know Ellie, just being my silly self. LOL. Project saved my life and is the reason I uncovered my gifts. I was up wee hours of the night when I saw you on TikTok. That's how I found you on TikTok. That's awesome. Y'all connected. I'm telling you, I gotta I gotta go over there on the little dark side over there with all that. But she feels energy different from the way than I do, and I'm glad I don't feel energy the same way, because if I did, I probably wouldn't want to deal with TikTok either. But TikTok don't be no joke. But what I love about my team is they only have me go towards certain things. So if you notice, I don't really pay attention to all the comments when I'm doing my live. They have me go towards certain people or react towards certain comments to get a certain point across. So I don't have to actually engage with everything that comes through. I only engage with things that they point me in the direction to deal with, if that makes sense. So All right, so the next thing we have on this list is releasing. Releasing. Who is needing to know about releasing? Releasing, letting go, pretty much. Got it. This is so cool to learn how you see things. What's Bethany say? I was up on. Can you respond? Did you got it? What you? If you got a message for her, give it to her. Cause I'm like, what she say? Oh, you talking? Okay. If you got a message for her, let her know what she need to hear. Me, but been saying a lot. Me, but you've been saying a lot for me. It doesn't mean that I still won't respond if they give me more messages for you. See, that's your problem, being too considerate of other people. When you gonna learn, Alana? Well, you know, I said it, but you know, you've already said a lot for me, Spicy. So, if Spirit gives me anything else to give to you, I'm gonna give to you what they give for me to give to you. It's my choice whether I want to respond and say anything or not. I know how to say no if I don't want to use my energy. But I don't want you to feel bad or feel like you don't deserve to hear me say anything else or speak on you because I've already given you something. Example of what you need to go work on. Now work on that trigger and figure out why you feel that way. Go deep within yourself and try to find out why you feel that way. You limit yourself a lot. You limit, when I say you limit the hell out of yourself. You don't feel like you're deserving? Because you are. I bottle up things and the right shake makes me explode. You need to learn how to get your point across, Carmela, without actually getting angry. So that's what I'm learning how to do. That's exactly where I am right now and learning how to approach situations so differently so it doesn't come out that way. Look like you need to do some decluttering, Stephanie. What did you just say? What did you just talking about your closet? You was talking about your closet when you said you heard that you need to clean up. A lot of times when you guys get messages, it's like you take it at the face value of what it's coming in as. But a lot of times you guys are getting metaphors for certain things. So make sure you guys are really, really listening to what's being told to you. Because you were just saying that you were told to clean your closet space. Metaphor for what you need to clean up for in your own life, Stephanie. So make sure you guys are deciphering the messages, you know, and not just taking them at face value. Because a lot of times we're so, again, I keep telling y'all, we be so surface And we don't go within to look at what things really are. Stop looking at the surface level of everything and actually go in to see what these messages are for you. If you have questions, ask. God will give it to you. Listen. And the information that he's giving to you, trust it. Stop dissecting all this dang on stuff he giving y'all. He be giving y'all the answers. You be like, well, was that really what he said? I don't know if that. Stop doing that. When you're asking God for an answer he's giving to you, listen. But make sure you guys are really listening and not just looking at the surface of what it is, because not everything is like, oh, okay. You literally just said that yourself. Oh, I was told to clean my closet space. I'm in my closet right now. I was told to clean my space. You got too much going on. Ellie telling you got too much going on up there. You're cluttered. Suffocation. That cluttered feeling you have is causing suffocation. You're suffocating yourself. It's kind of like you have something, but instead of giving life to whatever you have, you're slowly choking off that supply of whatever you have because of the clutter. That's why you're being asked to clean your space. Okay? Move it. Shoo. It's the impressions for me tonight. Leave me alone, Carmela. You're not finna start with me. A lot of the things that you get, Stephanie, is not for you to question. When you're asking God for something and you're like, he's giving you and dropping these answers for you, it's not for you to sit and question these things. I'm not telling you question what he's giving you. I'm telling you to really look at what he's giving you, because you literally just said, I kept hearing clean my space. But you took that as, oh, let me go clean my closet. It's a metaphor. And I told that to somebody else when somebody was like, oh yeah, I got all this stuff. Was that you saying it? And I told you I told you that was a metaphor. I didn't even know it was as deep as it was until Ellie cracked it open for you. And I told you it was a metaphor way before. But it's a metaphor. It's not where you're actually being told to go clean your closet. You're looking at the surface of it and you're not going within whatever God is giving you. Thank you, Ellie. She sees certain things that I don't see. And I love it. Because with her seeing things that I can't see, it helps me see things in myself that I can't see in myself, that I have to work on for myself. So as she tells you guys, I push her, she pushes me also. She definitely a light in my dark places. I started cleaning the whole house. I mean, cleaning your house is not necessarily it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's really good. It's good to clean your space. Especially where you live. Getting rid of a lot of things that you have, and what people don't really realize is a lot of things that you bring into your space have energy. Energy. Where you get your stuff, whether you're buying from Amazon, whether you're going to a store to buy stuff, somebody's touched on it. These things carry a lot of energy. A lot of this. If you go to a retail store where you're rebuying something from like a thrift store, all these things hold energy, and necessarily it ain't yours. The older the antique, the more energy it has in it from wherever it originated from. So it's good to clean your space. Also, be careful of what you bring into your space. And if you're bringing it into your space, make sure you're cleansing it before you put it in your space. It's hard for me to sage up in here because I don't want the alarm system to go off. But when I was living in my old place, literally, anything that I brought in, if it was coming in from Amazon, my cards, whatever, I have my sage. And I promise you, before it even made it in the house on the porch, I'm saging it. I'm saging the box before I open it. Because it holds energy. I don't know who has what on them, but I don't want it. Everything holds energy. Every single thing you touch holds energy. Be careful. I always try to say keep some sage in your car. What are you, oh, I was going to say, what is you doing midnight? Don't you dare thank me. I'm not finna play with you tonight, Ellie. I'm running my business out of my little apartment and it's become really cluttered. I was house hunting for a bigger house until I got hurt at work. You were derailed. Keep looking for that house. Don't allow that to impair you. Impair? What the heck? What am I saying, Ellie? Break it down for whatever I'm getting. Please break it down. Don't let that impair you, because it's going to leave you impaired. Then you're going to start looking at things like, well, if that wouldn't have happened to me, I could have been there. That's going to cause resentment. Lord have mercy. Keep moving forward. Whatever you had going for yourself, don't stop. Don't allow that to derail you, because it's going to keep you impaired. And then in the future of that, you're going to end up holding resentment for like, man, if that wouldn't have happened to me, then I could have been where X, Y, and Z. So take that. Don't let that stop you, man. When I tell you, when God is in the business of blessing someone, the devil is so busy. So busy. So mother loving busy. Ain't got nothing else to do but pick on somebody who's trying to go somewhere in their life. Oh, that person, oh, I can't have that. Gotta throw something that person's way so that person can come back on this side. Y'all be careful of that. Be careful, because I'm telling you, he busy. He gonna try to knock you each and every way to discourage you to getting to your destination. He doesn't want to see you arrive to that destination, because God has something for you. Wherever you're headed, wherever you're trying to go is where you're supposed to go. But God, I'm telling you, when the devil sees God about to give you a blessing, that can't happen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do not let anything take you from where you're trying to go, regardless of the situation. That's just the devil at work. The sage, well, I have... Look, if Ellie was on my live, she would show you her sage. Look, I got dragon's blood. I have my lavender sage for calming. I have my, don't give me the line. What is this called? Hold on. I should know what this is called, and I do, but I don't know why. I just literally just skipped my brain right now. Lord, my palo stick. And this is what brings me like that bubbly, fun energy. But I definitely cleanse. You don't have to sage every day. Some people do. I like this. When I wasn't here, my kids don't even like me saging them. When they would come in from their dad, I would sage them. But I sage almost every day. You guys see me on my live, and I would have my sage. Like I saged literally almost every day. It's just to clear the energy, saging your whole house, getting everything, getting all that ick out, and opening the windows and letting all that out. When you want to bring in creativity, like that, you know, that fun, creative energy or that happiness, pillow stick. So I would sage first, and then I would use my pillow stick to bring in creativeness and positive energy. Setting up all the fire detectors over here. Per your request, Spicy, I was a delay, not a denial, but in order to receive incoming, must clear out the old. Yep, don't get derailed and don't, what is it? Impaired. That's what I was asking about. Impaired, like it's causing like a sense of impairment. This is new territory for me. She definitely got it. I mean, but it's a choice to use it, you know, coming out and being like, to be honest, when you're not used to being in the spotlight, when you're not used to being out there and putting yourself out there front and center, like how I was when I first started, I didn't like doing all this. I didn't want to show my face. It's really hard to get in that element and to be comfortable to do this. Not that you're doubting the gifts that you have, but just because you're not used to being in the spotlight, or you don't like being in the spotlight, like you like keeping it to yourself, you like being behind, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Not everybody like that spotlight, limelight stuff. Limit, restriction. Yeah. Don't hold yourself back, because you're being, all it is just them trying to derail you off your path to get you where you're going. When you feel the wind blowing hard, okay? Say for instance you're walking on this path to your destination. Wind starts blowing really, really hard. Ground yourself. Do not be moved. You may sway from side to side, but ground yourself where you're not moved. Continue to walk forward. Do not let anything derail you or push you off your path where you're meant to go, where you're trying to go for yourself. Okay? Oliver, but I'm back. It's different, but you've encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone. I'm going to start auditioning for bigger roles. And I want my tickets. And I want my tickets. Now you gotta get me and Ellie tickets. After the baby though. After the baby. That's why I keep telling you guys, do not allow your fear to hold you back, because it definitely will. You being afraid to step out and try something new, or be bold, or speak up, or be in your true element, you're stopping yourself. This was all a process for me. This was not overnight. I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, overnight I just said, all right, I'm gonna do it. No, I was hesitant. I resisted. I got my deck. I studied. Got pushed into starting. Still wouldn't show my face. Got called to do that. Had to make sure I got myself all jazzed up to get on it, because I was afraid of what people would say about me, or how they would view me and how to look at. It took a long time. This minute, y'all see me with a head wrap on, and my, like I don't have the makeup. I'm not doing all that. That's not what I'm here for. It's not what I'm here for. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes y'all see me come on, and I have myself done up somewhat to an extent, but that's not what I'm here for. I don't need to do that. I'm comfortable within myself. I love myself. Period. I don't care how I'm looking when I get on. I'm not here to impress you with my physical looks. I'm auditioning for Hamilton. Ooh, you know my daughter loves Hamilton. She sleep right now. When I say she watched that movie, it's like a play. She watched it over and over, and I get so annoyed. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you watching it again? All you hear is the songs in the background. Just get on my nerves. She loves that movie. You just a messenger, not a beauty influencer. Hi, Kiki. Oh goodness, these pants keep bunching up in between my thighs, and I'm like trying to pull them out because it's all uncomfortable. So the next thing I have on here is procrastinating. Who has an issue with the procrastination? Did my son really not put the rest of that stuff in the refrigerator and just left it sitting there? After he tore the bag open. Literally tore the bag open. Hamilton is going to be in my city next month. Ooh, y'all got the juicy stuff. I'm so... I think someone else said it too, but I do. But I feel I do my best when I'm last minute stressing. When you're pushing yourself at the last minute, how does that make you feel? Because it's not just stress that you sit in. You cause other things to go off. It's not the stress. You feel like, well, when I'm stressing, I feel like I can do my best work. What other things set off in you besides stress? And why do you feel like that it has to take for you to get to that point for you to do your best work? You do so many other things in the time that you could be getting things done. What are you doing in that time where you could be getting those things done? Because there's no need for you to be stressed about getting your orders out. There's something that you're doing in the times. I don't know if it's lounging around. I get more so you're lounging around. There's something you're doing where you're not being proactive. And then it's kind of like you're like, at the last minute, I gotta get this thing. I gotta get this done. But it's like you're waiting to the last minute to do it. Nope, stuck at work. You procrastinate with your orders and it causes stress, which means that you're not getting your stuff done. It's kind of like in a sense where you could have gotten it done, but you didn't get it done. Like, and it's like not doing it in a timely fashion. So, what could you do at work? What could you bring at work to help get some of that stuff done? Or maybe organize a bit better so that it's not so hectic when you actually get ready to do it. I can't read it because if I do, it's going to cut off my live. I'm using my phone. Y'all see, when you guys see me go like this on my legs, because the inside of my leg itches. So I'm like trying to itch my leg in the inside. I be like beating myself, literally. Like I'm itching. When I say it's like right now, it's inside of my shoulder, like itching inside. Like ugh, it's so annoying. And then as soon as I had a baby, I don't have no issues. May I ask some questions? Yes. What caused you to feel irritated? I'm gonna be like Ellie right now. What caused you to feel irritated? Most of my other orders require my heat press. That's why I say, what work can you take with you? Because I know you're doing your own business. So what work can you do with you, or take with you at your other job that you can get done in the meantime, so that it's not so heavy or hectic on you when you get home? But it's like, and then you're saying that you do certain things and you ask people not to touch your stuff, and you get kind of like mad in the moment, when they do certain things. But what caused you to feel that way? What causes you to be irritable when people touch your things? And when you're doing your things at work, as far as what you can get done there, is that all that you could be doing in that time? Is there anything else that you could be doing? I know that your job requires your heat press, so I'm not saying bring your heat press to work. But is there anything else outside of what you are already doing that you can get done while you are at work? So it's not so hectic, or it's not, feeling like everything is just piling up on you. 1, do we put off anything we know we can do quickly with ease? 2, the things we usually delay are either too time consuming or complex. So, would it be safe to deduce that we procrastinate out of fear that something may not be completed successfully or timely, so we dally? Ooh, it's like itching inside of my shoulder skin. Like this one is new. I don't never really get this one. This is what I don't get. I don't get the shoulder one. This is completely new. What? What you want? Brandy? What do you want? What? You want a snack? I get irritated because I don't want them to touch the order and cause me to have to redo just my back office work and my shoes on my lunch break. Yeah, you have like a set way that you do certain things. Why is my inside of my shoulder itching? Why? Procrastinating is a symptom fear. It's typically the root cause for me when it comes to procrastinating. Yep. Not wanting to get it done or just being for a lot of people being lazy with it. But in your case, I feel like it's more it comes from a state of fear, but it's more so also of doing things a specific. You have a specific way that you do things. And when somebody touches your things, it kind of throws off how you do things, if that even makes sense. That's your case. Not trying to call you a perfectionist or anything like that, but it comes off kind of like that. I can be the same way sometimes. I understand. I'm not saying that it's correct, but I get it. It's kind of like, you know how when you clean up your house and you have a set way of how you clean up your house, but if you ask somebody else to come in and clean your house and it doesn't get cleaned the same way or the way that you would clean your house, you get kind of irritated, like, why couldn't they just do? Because it's not the way that they do things. It's the way that you do things. It's like there really is no necessity for you to redo these things. It's just because it's not the way that you would. It's like you feel like things are kind of put out of place or like out of order when people do, like, if they was to touch your work. Oh, now this is out of order. Now I have to redo this. When all in all reality, it really doesn't. It's just you. Laugh out loud. That was my Facebook post the other day. It's really just you because of how you have your stuff. It's just the way of you doing certain things. It really doesn't have to be redone, but to you it has to be because it has to be a specific way. So you get irritated with yourself. The irritation is really not with the people, it's within you. So you need to figure out why you get irritated with that. What causes you to become irritated when people mess up your order or the order in which you do things. Okay? That's a personal thing. That's not a everybody getting on your nerves with a thing. That's more so personal because it's something that you need to have set for you or the way you see things done for you. It's gonna bother me. I can smell it. So you need to work on control issues too, my love. Stephanie. Control. 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 Alright, stop, Whiskers. So who said not gossip? So somebody's trying to figure out not to gossip? Not gossiping? Somebody said not gossip. So it's hard for you not to gossip, or is it hard for you not to listen to gossip? Both. Some of you guys get a thrill off of it. It's like it thrills you, like you find it entertaining. But what do you find entertaining about looking at somebody else's misery or their pain or their grief? These are all mirror reflections. It's kind of like where the spotlight is off of you for a hot second and it's put onto someone else. So it's easier to watch someone else than it is to watch yourself. I'm just saying what I get. I'm not trying to get on nobody. I promise you I'm not. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I want to teach my kids the business so they can help me, but they're not interested. I've been praying for help with my business, but I don't trust easily. You'll get it when you unhinge yourself. You'll get the help when you unhinge yourself. Unhinge. You wanna know why I'm laughing? How do I do that? Unhinged means mentally unbalanced, deranged. So when you cut out all of that, because Ellie literally just told you about where you were mentally here, okay? And of course, like we said, cleaning the closet, which is a metaphor of working on whatever it is that you need to work on that's up in there, that's causing you not to be able to sleep clearly, interpret clearly, especially when it comes to your dreams. You need to work on your self love and balance yourself out. So when you learn to balance yourself out mentally, you'll get the help that you're looking for. But right now, you are all over the place. And if you can't make it make sense, how can you make it make sense for somebody else when you can't even make it make sense for you? Okay? It's showing you a reflection of yourself. So the things that you're finding funny is like you looking at you. But when it's happening to you, is it funny? It's all fun and games and it's, entertaining as long as it's not happening to you. But it's also showing you where you need to go work on yourself. You're laughing at someone else's misery, or you're getting caught up in someone else's misery or their drama. Meanwhile, you're going through the same thing. It may not be happening the same exact way, but the similarities are very uncanny, aren't they? Gift you grace, knowing the first step. Then you're empowered with wisdom. Then the test is yours for the taking. We get a new day tomorrow to try again. My inside of my shoulder is really bothering me. When you no longer engage in the gossip or you see that or deem that fitting or entertaining, guess what? You know that you are no longer there. I used to be the one. I used to love watching reality shows and all that drama stuff. I'm not the type of person to like the gossip, so it wasn't me getting caught up with the gossip as far as me going back and, oh, he said this or she said that. Or listen, I didn't care for all that. The drama that I used to watch was more so like TV shows, their drama and stuff like that. But I'm no longer there, so it's no longer entertaining. I used to be the type of person who I used to love watching Love and Hip Hop. I used to watch every time it came on, I was watching it. Like, I don't find it quite entertaining as I once did because I'm no longer there. You find it entertaining when you're there in that same space. Not even knowing that you're in that same space. You ever say, look at her, she dumb, and this, you know what I'm saying? You like talking about somebody's dumb or they should do better or whatever the case may be. Meanwhile, you're sitting in the same thing, just a different way. Yeah, if I look at it now, I'd be like, what is wrong with y'all? I'd be like, what is wrong with y'all? And these are grown adults fighting over men, still sitting over there like, that's my man, that man over there cheating with that person over there cheating with that person. This is me. Y'all, this is something y'all want? Then I couldn't see it like that. I couldn't, the way I see it now is so differently than the time I looked at it then. I did the same thing, but that's where I was at in my life. Now that I've grown and evolved, I be looking like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, do you not love yourself enough? Nothing but drama. Drama and Botox. Drama and Botox. When people start gossiping, I remove myself from the room. I don't have time for all that. I ain't trying to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care to know it. Don't bring me into it. I don't like the situation. That's like a big piece block of ice. So who said trust issues? That's the show, Drama and Botox. And butt injections, apparently. Trust issues. What about trust issues are you guys questioning? I was gonna say, Ellie, I know Ellie should have been in the bed a long time ago. I got a little fruit fly in here that's getting on my nerves. I ain't got no fruit. BBLs and mismatched thighs. I'm dead. It's not funny, but you're so right. I've seen people, oh my gosh, getting all these butt injections, and you're so unproportioned with the rest of your body. First off, I'm not going to get, if whatever I got, what God gave me, if you can't like what this is and what I got to offer, move around. I'm not going to get my body all done up for what, a man? To make myself feel better about myself. So now I gotta have this, I need to give me some butt injections and a boob job and all this stuff to make me feel good with myself. Yeah, no. I think I look great the way I do. Everybody to each his own, to each his own, and to each his own. Good night, my friend. And thank you for helping tonight. I'm proud of you. And BBLs are like the most dangerous surgery to get. You see people that get these injections and butt lifts and whatever the heck they getting, and it's just like years later on down the line, and you be like this. Now they at what is it, Doctor? Now they in Miami trying to see Dr. Miami. I got this done and such, and now I'm just jacked up for life. Can you help me, Dr. Miami? Sometimes Doctor, y'all be seeing how Dr. Miami be looking at people. Be like, the fuck did you go? Just had to get that last one out there for you left, huh? When I tell you that Ellie has helped me immensely, especially with me pushing forward and seeing the areas in which I was stuck in. Because I was stuck, like, in my head as far as it wasn't with the love situation, nothing like that. It was more so of where do I go, where am I supposed to go, what am I supposed to be doing, and she's helped me immensely. She's been phenomenal. More than proud of you for even getting on here and speaking out, because I keep saying my friend, but it's like I want to say your name but not wanting to make you feel uncomfortable or feel like you have to step into something that you're not ready for. So I'm proud of you. I'm literally, if you're still on here, I'm really proud of you. Really, really proud of you. Couldn't imagine sharing my platform with anybody. I was telling you I was gonna do the Fly Empress, but I couldn't. The energy said no. The energy said no. She's someone that I do, I do respect. I see her, but there's certain things when you go through certain, I don't want to say realms, but there are certain things that you choose, and you have to make sure as you're growing and evolving that you're choosing the right things. And I will not bring you guys into anything that is not going to steer you the right way, that is going to backtrack you and send you back where I'm already trying to push you guys out of. So if it's an energy that's going to put you and set you back versus push or propel you forward, I can't put you guys into that. That's why I tell you guys, like, I know I told you guys to Fly Empress, but where she is right now, I wouldn't have you guys go there just yet. So she has to correct her path in order for me to redirect you guys back towards her. So that's I'm not trying to talk down on her. I think she's phenomenal. I will say she's definitely gifted, but you just have to make sure as you're going and doing this walk in life that you're choosing correctly for yourself. So until further notice, y'all, I am not telling you guys to go that way. A couple times that I once said she had jumped on my live, so I didn't want to say anything when she jumped on my live to make her feel bad or to discredit her or to make her feel like I was discrediting her while she was on live. But I can't send you guys in that direction. I will not send you guys like to be misled by anybody at all. So as far as Ellie, I'm very proud of her for stepping out of her comfort zone, and allowing you guys to see who she is and what she does, because she is amazing at what she does. And the more I say thank you, she gonna tell me not to say thank you. Don't thank me. And I'm gonna say it anyways. Why I just get that song in my head? Friends, ones we can depend on. Friends. Good night, Ellie. Good night. Buenas noches. Take your behind the bed. We'll talk tomorrow. It's really nice to like have a friend that understands, because the work that I do, although I know all of you guys appreciate me, not all of you guys will completely understand me and understand what it is that I go through as I'm in this role or this position. So having a friend like her and her being able to, have the same gifts or something similar as me, and we're able to actually have those conversations that I'm not able to have with other people, man, we'll be having some mind-blowing conversations, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Literally. It's really nice. It's really, really, really nice to be able to speak with someone who is very spiritually in tune themselves. So I'm grateful. Definitely grateful. I'm right behind Ellie. Good night, love. It is. Well, we had two more things. We have trust issues and boundaries. So, who had, what's your take on the trust issues and boundaries? That way we can knock those out. That way I can close you guys out so you guys can go to bed. Just trying to help as much as I can with you guys and give you guys some insight. I love having the conversations with you guys. I want to go lay down too. I ain't even gonna lie. But I did take a nap today, so this is why I'm not extremely tired. Normally, like, I've been yawning on here. Don't get me wrong. I am tired. But I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just so drained. I'm not to that point. Because I took a nap. I woke up, did my clients today, and then went back to sleep, and then woke up about maybe 1:40. So I took a nice little nap. You guys are very, very welcome. Have to do this like on a weekend where I know people don't have to go to work. But did anybody need help with trust issues and boundaries? People always seem to trust me with their like darkest secrets or trauma, but I'm doing what I do thinking I can open up. When you're in doubt of who you're trying to let into your energy or space, what Ellie does is she always goes to the source. So she asks God, who she can and who she can't trust. Trust your intuition. So when you get that, don't second guess it. Don't question it. When God tells you, yes, you can trust this person, or no, you cannot, trust that. Okay? I commented up top. I have people calling me friend, sis, etc. It later shows their true character. Doesn't mean that you can't trust. But when I befriended Ellie, God showed me so many things where it allowed me to have that confidence and, over time, that trust with her. Because me also, same thing as you, Stephanie, you have people calling you your friend or your sister or your whatever the case may be. And later on, literally backstab you, be the first person to give you up, be like up, or throw something on you, or try to throw throw your information out there, whatever you've told them, now they're telling everybody else. And yeah, I definitely get that. I'm not saying go out there and trust everybody, but the more you grow, the more you heal, and the more you grow, you're able to actually decipher. You get those red flags. You have to stop ignoring them and pay attention. When somebody shows you who they truly are the first time, trust that. Stop being like, well, did I really see that? Or maybe they're not really like that. Let me give this person a chance. Okay. God already showed you who this person was. Ooh, my English is bad on that one. Sorry. You're okay, love. With the trust issues, it kind of goes hand in hand with the boundaries, because allowing yourself to put up those boundaries to protect yourself. Okay, like putting up proper boundaries. You will know. Look, and she supposed to be asleep. She supposed to be sleeping. You will know. You will know the tree by the fruit it bears. In a nutshell, when God shows you who someone is, believe that. Stop ignoring all those red flags that you get. Well, maybe that's how we ended up in a situation with our twins, or our soulmate, and we're sitting over here like, oh my gosh, it's so hard for me to let this person go, because I gave into the illusion. But God showed you who this person was along the way. It's just the illusion was so good you didn't want to pass it up. The friendship, was so good with this person, or you thought, you had like high hopes, or whatever the case may be, was so good that you didn't want to give that up. Getting caught all up in the hype. Look at how big my nose is, y'all. I feel like my nose is huge. Midnight, you ever gonna leave me alone tonight? No. I'm in the bed now. Do not pass go, ma'am. And he did. You're gorgeous in real life, too. Thank you, Carmela. When God shows you something, believe it. Stop dismissing it. You play yourself when you do that. And then you wonder why you're in a rut where you are with the person that you are in a rut with. Or why they threw you in that rut, or why they treated you a certain type of way. And the cat came back, said he wasn't gonna, but the cat came back the very next day. That's you. The cat came back. Said he wasn't gonna go, but he still came back. And I can hear you too, Ellie. This how I be with me and Ellie on the phone. Knowing we need to get off the phone, but we still be on the phone. Been to say bye like 15,000 times and still be on the phone. It take God to come in and be like, I sent you to go do something. Oh shoot. All right. I hear you. Bye. I'm not going to be on much longer either. But put those boundaries up in place for yourself. That will help with the trust issues. That would help you. It'll help you decipher who's real and who's not for yourself. But also go work on those trust issues to figure out why you have them in the first place. And again, shadow work ain't the easiest. Apples don't grow on the coconut trees, and if it has no fruit at all, or all rotten, eagle or bug infested, what doesn't get caught in the wash cycle will definitely get caught in the rinse cycle. Trust that. I know your spirit team busted me out earlier talking about music friends. Everybody needs. I said snitches. As soon as you leave, I'm like, all I heard was friends. Friends, ones we can depend on. Friend, I know that was you. I know that was you. I should have looked. I should go give me a record deal somewhere. No one good one like I can't sing. Somebody give me a record deal. Y'all know y'all like my voice. No, I can't sing. That wasn't for me. That wasn't my calling. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here so that way everybody can go get some sleep that's well needed. Rest up. Also, before I close out, I will tell you guys this. I will be on my lives. I will still be doing live readings, but you will see... Prepare to be sick of me. You guys will see me on... You'll also see me on my lives doing just readings without doing collectives. That is because I have a goal in mind. I got some things I'm getting done, needing to do. So you'll see me a bit more, but also it's getting me out of my comfort zone as well, because I've always had that feeling of, I feel like I need to give you guys a live in order to ask, do the questions. But trying to get out of my own little comfort zone. Got some things going on as well. But I'm acting like I don't have a call to 6:15. Ooh, wee, girl. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You got 5 hours of sleep and rest and get some rest. But you'll see me on my lives a bit more often coming up soon, as far as me just getting on, just doing questions. So be aware and prepared for that. With me, I'm just going to be jumping on like, what is she doing today? Just doing questions. So if you see when I post something and it says just questions, that's all I'm going to be doing is just questions. I will still be doing my lives. Don't think that I won't. I may not be putting them out as frequently as I normally would do, because if I give you guys a message today and then I come on tomorrow and give you a message, it doesn't really change too much. So I might try to skip a bit of intervals and give you guys the messages, but you'll still get your messages out. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm getting off here. I'm gonna let y'all lay it down, get y'all some rest. I appreciate you guys staying on with me and the topics that we went through. I really enjoyed talking with you guys. We will do this again. I'll probably do this more so after I have the baby, where I'm just getting on with you guys and talking versus doing a reading. That way I'm able to kind of, if the baby cries, I can get up and tend to the baby, where I'm not feeling like I have to do the reading as well. So I'll probably do those more so when the baby comes around as well. But as always, you guys, love and light, and I will see you guys mañana. Well, actually later on today. I'll go into 5:30. I'm out. Love y'all. Love you too, love. Bye, guys.